Good Saturday evening, and welcome everybody to the Garlet's High Performance Garage channel. Um, it's been a very, uh, let me say, challenging last couple of weeks. I've made too many videos. There was supposed to be a car show yesterday, but they canceled it. It was at a nursing home. Um, I just had to took a little cruise in the Chevelle. Of course, didn't do no video, but it's okay. Uh, it's I gotta do some work to the Chevelle. It needs a starter again. I need to put two cooling fans on. I only have one. I need to put a second one on because it's running pretty hot. Um, and it shouldn't run so hot. Um, I wish I had something I could do to it to make it run cooler other than the fans. But I'm going to put another fan on there. I'm going to either that or I do have a fan off of a Crown Victoria, a newer one. Kind of like the cop car, and the Mercury. It's the same fan. I took the relay off of it, or like there's a little thing on there that allows it to kick on and off with engine temperatures. The way I'm going to wire it up, it's going to just run all the time. So may have to get a bigger battery. I'd say it's probably due for a battery. It's had that battery for about 7 years, so I figure it's due for a battery. So anyway, the last couple of weeks here have kind of sucked some ass because I don't have as much money as what I used to do a lot of the things I like to do, and a lot of the prices of things are just fucking insane. Like the price of gas around here, it came down to $3.99. It was $4.25. Now, if I go about 20 minutes down the road here, it's still in the fours. It's like I think the cheapest down there is $4.09, something like that. But anyhow, and hell, I buy just a small amount of groceries, and it's like almost $200. I remember back in the day when I first started out on my own, got out of my parents' house, I could fill up a cart full of groceries for $60. And I thought that was terrible back then. But a lot of stuff has unfortunately changed for the worse nowadays. And I hate talking politics. I really hate doing all that stuff. I think it's terrible. It kind of takes me away from the car thing that I really like to do on here. I do the car stuff all the time. And the one thing I'm going to tell everybody is this November, we really have to show up in force and vote Republican across the board. We have to, in order for the Republicans to keep the power over the Democrats, the communists, because the communists of America, they're calling themselves, they have really taken over the Democrat Party. They've taken over to the point where these Democrats they were so desperate to have power that they would take anybody in. And these communists, they're murderers, they're rapists, they're criminals, and for some reason they're getting elected. But I think they're cheating elections actually, because I think some of the other Democrats are giving them a hand in the cheating the election. So it's like they said that Mom Dummy there in New York, he was cheating, and because they said that 500,000 votes showed up out of nowhere on him, and they don't know where they came from. There's an investigation going on for that, and plus he's doing the government ran grocery stores, which has never worked anywhere in the world ever. and that's going to bomb out. And these young kids up here in New York, these young Gen Z kids, they don't know any better because they haven't been taught about communism. That's the whole problem here to start with. These kids haven't been made to do anything. They don't understand work ethic. They think that everything should be handed to them on a silver platter because none of them want to work. None of them want to have to earn a living. They want everything for free. It's just a gimme, gimme, gimme generation. It's like, oh, I should get this. I should have this. I should have that. And you can't do that. This can't happen this way. See, what needs to happen is we need to really start teaching history in schools again. I don't know what the fuck's going on in these schools, other than the gender ideology thing really needs to be shit canned, because it's craziness. It's an ideology. It's dumb, and it's not real. It's to trick young minds into thinking that there's more than two genders, and it's okay to, be a man and dress up like a woman and go in women's bathrooms and rape and do weird shit to women in their bathrooms and stuff. It's fucking crazy. And then you have basic biology not being taught in schools, and it's being replaced with this gender ideology study horse shit that doesn't need to be studied. But I hate to sound full of doom and gloom and all that other shit, but if we don't get our shit together in November and vote Republicans, try to keep Republicans in, all they're going to do is, when the Democrats get any kind of power back, all they're going to do is impeach Trump over and over and over, because they hate him, they hate America, they hate everything that we stand for. They're even, it's like the cows on The View, I should say on the Moo, they are saying, Sonny, that dumb bitch on there, was saying how she felt threatened when she walked into a neighborhood that had a bunch of American flags hanging on their porches. She felt threatened and thought that something was going to happen to her. Okay, you stupid fucking whore. Nothing's going to happen to you. Although it would be hilarious if something did. But us working Joes and the people, like me, that love our country, we don't want anything to do with you. We don't want to touch you or in any way, shape, or form. So you need to just drop that bullshit. So that's all a big crock of shit. And I think it's quite hilarious that, they're trying to make the American flag seem like it's a racist type thing, and it's not. They was doing that with the rebel flag for years and years, saying how it was racist and it meant slavery, and it doesn't mean any of those things. All it was the flag of a nation that used to exist within our nation that, we had a civil war with and we took out, and that's the end of it. That flag, it was the battle flag for the South. That was it. It didn't mean, hey, you're a slave now, haha, pick cotton under this flag. That's not what it means. It's just, it's a heritage. That's all it is. It's nothing more. So anyway, and one thing that really irritates me, okay, we all know that Dr. Fauci is a fucking evil asshole, and he used all his power and everything during this fake pandemic thing to get money, to screw people, more or less, to run one up everybody's ass, and he costed all of us millions of lives in the process of doing this, which, he should stand trial for it, and he should be, I think, sentenced to death. Is what I think they should do. They should kill him by lethal injection that would suit him down to the ground because of these, vaccines and stuff they're pumping into people. And it's killing people still today. It's still killing people because idiots are still going out and getting these vaccines. This COVID-19 vaccine, which is not good for you. All it does is give you blood clots. And they go into your lungs and your heart and your brain and stuff. And it kills people. That's basically what it does. I mean, YouTube's going to try and flag my shit for saying that. But that's what a blood clot does. It goes to your brain, or it goes to your heart, or it goes to your lungs. And if you don't get help in time, you either have a stroke, they don't give you that shot that dissolves that shit within a certain period of time, you're pretty well gone, or you'll be a vegetable. And you'll just end up laying in a nursing home and taking your last breaths in there, not knowing who you or anybody around you is. I've seen that happen. My grandmother had a stroke like that. She ended up in the nursing home because she had the stroke in the middle of the night when nobody was there with her, because she was living alone at her house because my grandfather wasn't around. He had passed away three years prior to that time. And she had this stroke. She was diabetic. She was on blood thinners. They actually switched her blood thinner, and I think it had a side effect. And she had a blood clot in her brain. And by the time my aunt found her, she was not responding to, anything, really. And it was too late to administer the shot that helps you in that situation. So she ultimately was put in the nursing home and then just died about a week later in the nursing home. And her one whole side of her body was, she couldn't use it. She didn't know who you were. She couldn't speak. She couldn't do anything. And it hurt me I went down there and seen her once, and it hurt me to see her that way. And I never went back. It was just too painful to watch. So that's the danger of blood clots. When shit happens, you get medication switched on you, and stuff goes awry. That happens to people naturally anyway. But this COVID-19 stuff's bullshit. We all know that, the 6-foot thing didn't work, the masks didn't work, because the way I see it, a fart can pass through your underwear and your pants, and everybody will still smell it. And they say that fecal matter is still floating through the air. So how the fuck is a goddamn mask like that going to protect you from any kind of germs or a virus? Really? I mean, that's just common sense. So, but I see they're still trying to keep this bullshit charade alive. I saw some ads and stuff about it saying that you should go get your current booster for COVID-19 because it's on the rise. We gotta stop the spread. Well, that's horseshit. That's a big lie. That's to try and get you in there to give you a vaccine that's ultimately going to end your life. And it has ended lots of people's lives. So don't make no mistake. That's the truth. And I will tell you the fucking truth the whole time. I'm not going to sugarcoat jack shit. But what pisses me off the most is how they grill Fauci in Congress. And then nothing happens. He just walks right out of there. Sure he's belittled and he feels like a horse dick, and he's pleading the fifth like 120 fucking times to a crime that he was not pardoned from. Joe Biden pardoned him before he got out of office, and it's like, what are you pardoning somebody if he's innocent? How can you pardon someone for being so innocent when they supposedly haven't committed a crime? That doesn't make sense. But he's committed lots of crimes against humanity and against animals. And it's hard to say what else. So he needs to, instead of keeping him in jail, we just need to sentence him to death. That's what he really needs. And as far as these Muslim people that are running for office, I don't even know how these people were able to run for office, because they're not native born, number one, and they are trying to pass Sharia law on to us till we're blue in the fucking face with it, and they're trying to make, they're like the UK. They have a government within a government, and that's what they want here. And this all stems out to the World Economic Forum. I mean, you can call me a liar. Of course, you look it up. You're going to have to go on DuckDuckGo to look that up to get any truth about it, because Google's not going to tell you the truth because they're owned by communist Democrats. So Google won't tell you jack shit. But what is the thing I don't get is how they're able to run for office and then they're all getting elected, which is horseshit, because these people, they don't know what communism is. They just don't know. And if these people were getting voted in and nominated and all this other bullshit, it's mainly because, one, they're cheating, and number two, because these people that are voting for them have no idea what communism is. They've never had to live under communism. Of course, I haven't either. I've never lived under communism, but I've been drilled. It's been drilled in my head ever since I was a child that communism's bad, because I grew up when Ronald Reagan was president, and he's the one that got the Berlin Wall fucking knocked down. And he was one of the reasons that the Soviet Union fell. The Soviet Union should never ever try to be joined back together again, because it was nothing but a communist fucking shithole Russia, where people were standing in long, long lines just to get a roll of fucking shit paper to wipe their ass with. They were starving to death. They had no food, because that's what happens when you have government-run grocery stores. When the fucking money runs out, guess what? There's no more fucking food. And these people, as soon as he fires up these government-ran grocery stores in New York, these people will be going in there and getting all the food that they can get. And they'll be taking it out on the street or online or somewhere, and they'll be selling this shit. Those fucking stores will be empty like that. And they will have trouble restocking things. The problems are going to happen right away. It might take about a week, but I guarantee you within the first week, these grocery stores, these government-run grocery stores, will be out of business. Because the shelves will be bare fucking bones, nothing. There won't be a fucking thing on there. And then him saying how it's so good and this. Now, he's a fucking liar. He's just a liar. He's a Muslim. He's a liar. I don't care. You can call me Islamophobic all you want, because yes, I am. I am. These Muslims do not need to be in our country. They do not conform with Christianity or our Constitution. They just can't be here. Sharia does not fucking mix well. It's like oil and water. It does not fucking mix, and it never will, no matter what you do to it. It's not going to mix well. So these people need taken out of our country. They need taken out of there now. We need to get these people. We need to get these so-called elected Muslim politicians. We need to get them out of here. That's all there is to it. These people need to go. And I don't know why Mike Johnson and the Republicans are dragging their feet over this shit. This should be a no-brainer. Get rid of these people. Get rid of the communists. They passed a law in the 50s about the communists. Communists are not supposed to live here. They're not supposed to be around here. They'll never, ever be around here. They should never be allowed in the country. If you're a communist, get out. Self-deport now. Because if not, you're not going to like the end result. Because if I was president, there wouldn't be any commies in this country. I'd root them all out. I'd make a special task force up, which the president needs to do. And their job would be to hunt out communists and get them out of here by any means necessary. I don't care if you got to burn them out. Get them out of here. They don't conform with our laws. They're not, especially the illegals, they're not coming in and assimilating like they're supposed to. They're waving their flags from their countries they came from. Now, why would you do that? If you're coming here seeking asylum, why would you drag the flag from the country you came from? Because you left there because you felt your life was in danger, and you were going to be killed. So yeah, that's what you do. You carry that flag too, and then put it in your fucking yard or wherever, and walk around with it and say, oh, Islam. No, that's not how it is. And I just can't wrap my head around why these lazy ass Republicans are sitting on their nuts, writing nasty letters to AOC and all them other assholes that don't. Stop it, you, stop it right now. What's that going to do? That ain't going to do shit. That ain't going to do a fucking thing. So, anyway, that's just some of the things that drives me fucking insane, and I just can't wrap my head around the idiocracy that's going on right now. These people shouldn't be allowed to vote. They shouldn't be allowed in this country, period. They should all be rounded up and gotten the fuck out of here, because they don't belong here. They're trying to take over the nation. It's an invasion. Plain and simple. It's like a fucking Trojan horse. It's the same fucking deal. They're here to kill you. They're here to rape your women and kill your kids and molest them and do all kinds of fucked up shit. These people need dealt with. And they need dealt with swiftly. And they need dealt with now. We need to get them out. That's all that's going to fix this. If you round all these folks up and get them out now, this will fix it. Everything will come back the way it's supposed to be. And the Democrats can just sit around and cry and whine. If they're all commies, they can get the fuck out too. We need to get these communists out of here. That's all there is to it. You can't have a Christian type country with freedom of religion and then have trash like that in here thinking that, there's going to be Islam in every house. Well, it ain't going to be in my fucking house. I can tell you that right the fuck right now. It ain't going to be in my house ever. Because these people just need dealt with swiftly. And they're dragging their feet in here. And this is what loses elections, Republican folks. This is what loses elections. If you want back in, you want to keep your fucking seat warm with your own ass, you better start doing something here. Making your resolve. You better start doing it now. Because if not, we're going to be fucked here in November. Because all they're going to do is waste tax dollars on impeaching the fucking president. They're just going to keep doing it until, 28 comes around. They're just going to keep doing it. And we need to have a red wave here across the board. We need to get more Republicans in more seats. And we need to keep the ones that we got. Now, I understand there's a few of them dragging their feet on the Save America Act. We need to kick them in the fucking ass. They need dealt with, too. If they're not going to, if they aren't smart enough to save our fucking country, I don't know what to do with them, but other than to kick them the fuck out of here. And then plus I heard that China has a bunch of political plants in our country, too. Spies, and Mitch McConnell was one. Yeah, old Mitchie. He was one. Well, it was obvious because he was married to a Chinese woman. His mail order bride is a Chinese spy. So, yeah, that's fantastic. That was great finding that bullshit out. But, he might even be dead and we not know it. But somebody's covering that shit up. Something's going on there. So, there's too much to talk about. There's just too much to bitch about and complain about. And if we could just stop the oil companies from gouging us, because that fucking strait over there next to Iran has nothing to do with our oil production, period. That has nothing to do with us. The oil companies are gouging us, and they need to get on their asses too about this. Because if you can get the price of oil down, the groceries and everything else will have no choice but to fall down. They'll have no choice but to come down. They'll have to. That's just how it is. That's how this works. And if a bunch of you out there are thinking capitalism sucks, there's something wrong with your fucking head. Because communism is terrible. Capitalism can enrich the wrong people at times, yes. But capitalism keeps everything competitive, keeps you with a lot more choices, so you can work jobs that you want to work. You can buy guns. You can defend yourself. You can plant your own food. You can go out and, go shopping at wherever you want to go shopping. There's more than one place to go shopping. They compete to get your business, and you can drive a car. You can own property. With communism, you can't own anything. You can't shop everywhere you want to shop. You only have to shop where they tell you to. You can only work a job that they tell you to work. You won't be able to drive. You won't have any fucking property. You own nothing. Like they say, World Economic Forum says, you'll own nothing and be happy. Well, that's a bunch of shit. And I'm not going to fucking conform to it. I'm not going to fucking comply at all. Fuck you, Klaus Schwab, and your son can go fuck himself too. And so can George Soros and his fucking kid, because you are a bunch of fucking retards. I know you're ungodly fucking wealthy, and you all need dealt with swiftly. If I was Trump, I'd call an airstrike out on those fuckers tomorrow. They would disappear, and that'd be the end of it. So anyway, everybody, the Chevelle's cooling down. It's fucking hot in here. It's been a hot week. The humidity's been so fucking high around here and around Morgantown where I'm working over there in the sweeper truck. And it's just, the AC works great until noon rolls around. And then it's just like, it's still cool air, but it doesn't get to you fast enough because the fan, for some reason, doesn't blow very hard in it. It doesn't carry the cold air very far. And I've been looking for the cabin air filter in that truck, and I can't find it. I know exactly where the heater core is, but I thought maybe that the fan and the heater core would have the same, like, ducting, and they'd all be there together, but they're not. I'm not sure where the cabin air filter is, because that would solve some issues if I could pull that out of there and shake it out, or find a number on it so I can replace it. And we can have AC at full blast. Like when I hit the switch to recirculate, to vent, I click it back and forth over and over and over and over. The dust just fucking comes out of the vents like crazy. It's insane how bad the dust rolls out of these things. When I switch that fucking thing back and forth, I have to put a window down or open the door because it just about chokes you to death. And it throws dust all over the fucking truck. So, yeah. But I found out that cleaning out the air conditioner condenser with water every day when I'm done my job over there, and I hose the truck off, and I hose out all the garbage out of the hopper, and I go around the front of the truck, and I hose a lot of high pressure water on this condenser for the air conditioner, and it keeps it nice and clean and keeps the cool air rolling. But it's just, the fan isn't blowing hard enough because the filter is plugged up with dirt. It's got to be plugged up. That's the only explanation I can think of. But yeah, it needs either taken out completely, because I mean, it's not doing anything. When I get into a bunch of dust, it doesn't really matter because the dust still rolls in the vents, plus the weather stripping's all out of the doors, and it just rolls in the cracks of the doors anyway. So I got to put my shirt up over my nose like this and ride around, to keep the dust, keep from breathing in that dust, because it's milled up limestones what I'm cleaning up, and that stuff's got silica dust in it from rocks, from crushed up rocks, and can harden your alveoli in your lungs and make it difficult for you to breathe. So that's another big problem. We learned that in mining, in our mining refresher course. They talk about silica and black lung and all that other stuff. Those are contributing factors. And if you're in for a number of years, it can decrease your oxygen intake, because those alveoli will be dying in your lungs, and they won't be able to expand and bring all the oxygen into your blood that you need. So it will ultimately shorten your life by a lot. So anywho's, that's about all I got, other than, the divorce is ongoing. I'm not sure when that's going to come to an end. But it's not getting any fucking better, I can tell you that. It's an argument. Tempers flare every time we talk about anything, which is a bad thing. I got to learn to control myself a little better. I get to holler and I get pissed off about things, and things just go awry then, and nothing gets accomplished. So I gotta start trying to be calm and just thinking about what I'm gonna do, because really I can't be made to do anything. Because I mean, shit's going the way it's going, and it's not real good, but it's not extremely horrible, but it needs to change up a little bit. So, but anyway, that's mainly what I'm dealing with right now. It's terrible. It's horrendous to deal with. I don't like dealing with it. Every time I see that Charger in my driveway, I get instantly pissed, because I just don't want to talk to that person anymore. And we hit on some subjects today that were really touchy, and they were really really terrible. Brought up some of the past and all this other shit. I'm not going to go into details or anything, but yeah, lots of stupid accusations and lots of bullshit. And, when you're with somebody and they hurt you in that way, you just can't forgive the person. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm hurt from the things that have happened, regardless of what I've done in the past. I mean, I didn't have any kind of sexual relations with anyone. I was always here at the house with my kids. I never ran around and did anything that I wasn't supposed to do. Which, the other person went ahead out and did whatever they wanted to do, and went with whoever they wanted to do or wanted to. And, and everybody's like, oh, I wouldn't let my wife do that. And it's like, what was I going to do, man? You can't keep them here. You can't make them come and stay on your side of the fence. They think that the grass is greener on the other side. In some cases for them, it may be. Maybe it is for her. I don't know. But she might think it is. It might not be. But who knows at this point? I can't go into any details, because it's not something that I expected anybody else to understand. Things went awry, and things were taken care of really stupid, and I shouldn't have let a lot of things happen that did happen, but then, in the long run, I couldn't help it. So it's not something that I could really directly help, because we both did bad things. I mean, like I said, I never had intercourse with anyone during that time. The other one did, but it's like I responded to advances from other people, and I shouldn't have done that. And, some people call that cheating, some people don't. It's all in your opinion. See, now in the courts, during divorce things, they call that an underlying special interest, and they don't count that anymore. They don't count adultery as anything incriminating against one or the other. So that's out. So even if you did get a lawyer and go after the other one, that really wouldn't count. Other than, in the end, if you do that, then you're not going to be able to agree on nothing, and you're just going to have a judge tell you what you're going to do, and you're going to do it. And that's not what I want to end up happening. So there's some fights over some certain things around here that I just don't want to deal with. It's kind of complicated to talk about. I just sooner not talk about it and just, go on and try to do things that I like to do and try to enjoy life as much as I can while I'm still here. And I don't make money like I used to. I used to pull down a lot of money every month, and I don't anymore. Namely, one reason is because of the prices of everything that I have to buy things to survive. My biggest cost right now is gasoline. I pay more for gasoline every month than I pay for electric and my car insurance combined. I pay more for gasoline. That's what a lot of my money's going towards. I mean, my boss did give me a raise, which I'm extremely grateful for, and I'm not going to complain one bit. And I still get vacation. I get vacation here. I'm going to take off the Friday before Labor Day weekend, and I'm going to take that whole week of Labor Day off that I do every year. I'm going to do that again this year. We're going to do the Frostburg Cruise, and we're going to do the Street Rod Roundup again. Those are two of my favorite things of the whole car show season. Usually after the Street Rod Roundup, there isn't a whole lot left. I mean, there ain't a whole lot left right now. At least I don't know of some things that are supposedly going on. I don't know. I couldn't tell you where anything is. So that's why I haven't been doing any car show stuff lately, because they're either canceled or I don't know where they are. So I try to find out. I try to get information from people. Then you find out shit. You know, Captain Hindsight comes and sees you. Hey, you should have been at that car show tonight. Yeah, if you could have told me that, you know, a day or two before, I could have been prepared for it and went and did a video. But no. We got to wait until it's already over with and people are going home. And then we can, hey, there was a car show today. Where was you at? Yeah, so. We still got the Motorhead car show in Mount Savage down at the fire department. We still got the show over in Ridgely, West Virginia. The Heritage Days car show. The fuck else? I think that's about it. That's just pretty much it. That Frostburg Cruise, and then you got the Street Rod Roundup. But we used to have the Route 51 Super Cruise in Cumberland, but that gas station down there that puts it on, they canceled it, and it's not coming back. So that sucks, because that was on Memorial Weekend and Labor Day weekend. Every year it was twice, which was kind of cool. I liked going there. It's really, really fucking hot down there in Cumberland, because it's down in, it's like in a bowl, and it's a shithole, and it stinks, and it's really hot and humid down there all the time. But anyway, shit happens. You just don't have control over it. So all I can say is, you know, if you young folks out there are going to get married, don't. If you want to be with somebody, just be with them. You don't have to marry them. Don't go that extra step and marry somebody. It's a big fucking scam. It's a scam that the church and the state put on together to get you together, and then it's real easy to get married. It's cheap and easy to get married. The divorce part is the thing that really runs it out of you. So you got to think, do I want to spend the rest of my days with this person? Is this person going to be faithful, and is this person going to commit? You got to think about that. I'm not saying that, you know, it's just women that do this shit. That's guys too. It's men too. Men go out there and cheat and do dumb shit. Women do the same thing. But the thing is, the difference between the men and women is the women can go out and cheat. Then they can just rebound. They can have a guy anytime they want. Because that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Nobody can sit here and tell me that all guys go out and get women all the time. No, they don't. Now there's a criteria you have to meet. You have to be tall. You have to be rich. You have to look good. Me being short, bald, and fat and broke is not a recipe for, you know, a wet vagina. Let's put it that way. It's not the recipe for, you know, making women horny. It's making women go, oh, God, this guy's a creep. That's what they automatically turn you into. They turn you into the creep. You got Jeffrey Dahmer glasses on, and you got your fucking old man fucking beard. You know, those are things. I have to have glasses to see, and these are the smallest glasses I can get that fit my head. And I can't help it that I'm, you know, bald. That just happens to men as they get older. And the white hair is just from all the years of stress that I've had to endure. And there's nothing I can do about that, really. The weight thing, I may be able to do something about that. I can try, but I can't grow no taller. I'm done growing. The only way to grow now is to grow out. You can't grow up anymore. That's over with. That's done. So anywho, I'll leave you with some nice pictures. Not my ugly fucking mug, but I'll leave you with some good old pictures of some total fucking goodness. And here it is. The fucking tire burner. I need to start getting my burnouts on tape too. Anyway, I do at these car shows because everybody loves them. I'm going to leave you with some pictures of the old C20 Patriot machine too. Wheel Chevelle's warm. I had her out running around. She started getting hot on me. So, it's pretty goddamn warm. And plus, folks, try not to wax your cars when it's humid, because, that stuff doesn't want to come off. So, anyway, everybody, have a good rest of your weekend, and hopefully I'll see you on the next car show here, if there is any. I'll see what I can dig up, what I can come up with here. See what else I can find. I haven't been able to find too much here lately, so. Anyway, everybody, have a good one. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one if there is a next one. You never know.